Nearby Chuckwalla National Monument is Joshua Tree National Park, where the Mojave and Colorado deserts meet. We're downtown at the JW Marriott. As you can hear, there's some really loud music playing. People are just starting to trickle in, and the Associated Press has called the race for Adam's ship. They provide produce bags like this one, which weighs 5 pounds and is worth $20 for just 5 EBT dollars. In fact, one study shows that if you can speak multiple languages, you have a 35% better chance at getting a job. What's some advice for dealing with job rejection and also dealing with that pressure to get an amazing job immediately? Using concerts to increase voter turnout is just one of the ways people are leveraging the power of music for civic engagement. Students at today's hackathon come from all corners of campus: public relations, business, and even music. Here I'm joined by Christian Figueroa, who is 19 years old. Christian, how did it feel to vote today? This was your first election. Dogs here today, like Samantha, are trained as therapy dogs. Pastors usually help other people deal with loss, but this time it's different.
It's been a gut punch. Many of us pastors know what it is to lead somebody through a loss from afar. But imagine if everyone in your congregation has lost.
Reverend Andre Wilson has lost both his church and home to the devastating Eden fire. He served as pastor of Altadena United Methodist Church for almost a decade.
It's hard to process because people really want you to be better, and they actually don't really understand that mourning is a good part of healing.
Scott United Methodist Church in Pasadena is now the temporary home for Altadena UMC's congregation, which has long been a multicultural one. Altadena itself was a place where Black families could build generational wealth by owning homes and businesses.
But just see, you're just regular Black folk walking around, living their lives, being teachers and doctors and dentists or whatever. And that was really just a beautiful thing for me as a little Black girl in an area that I didn't see a lot of people that looked like me.
Some families came as part of the Great Migration, when African Americans headed west, leaving behind the Jim Crow South in search of a better life. But many of those families are now displaced.
And so each day has been a new series of steps. Finding a place to stay. We moved 4 times inside of 6 days.
Shortly after the fires, the congregation came together to mourn, laugh, and begin the process of healing. Their motto?
Home of the abundant life.
Home of the abundant life. And while the church and so many of their homes are gone, Pastor Wilson says the community's spirit, rooted in resilience and generosity, remains abundant.
Daniella, what stood out to you as you were talking to Pastor Wilson there?
So one thing he really emphasized is that people who lost everything in the fires are gonna need support, 6 months from now, a year from now. Miles of California desert, newly protected, now in jeopardy. Former President Biden designated Chuckwalla National Monument to protect wildlife, indigenous lands, and prevent drilling.
It was a big win. There was many years of a lot of people here organizing to get that designated as the national monument.
When the Trump administration hinted at a potential rollback of this designation, the desert community came out to show love for their land.
Public lands are for everyone, so no matter what your form of recreation is, we wanted to get people out here to show that it's nonpartisan, right? Everyone loves public lands and they're for everyone. Nearby Chuckwalla National Monument is Joshua Tree National Park, where the Mojave and Colorado deserts meet. But it's more than just a park. It's a place where people from all backgrounds can come together and share their love of nature.
Places like this allow people to leave big cities, find solitude, find peace in nature. My role as a park ranger is in interpretation and education. So I work with school field trips, go visit classrooms, and do virtual field trips.
When the Trump administration fired 1,000 national park workers, there was an uproar.
Protecting the parks, the people who work here, they do this out of love and devotion and out of great expertise and knowledge. And it's a shared communal good that we have.
The United States National Park System is a crown jewel. We call it a crown jewel. It is known to be that worldwide. When we decimate our model, when we pull it out, we degrade not only for ourselves, but the rest of the world, which we do have a responsibility for.
Trump reinstated some of the fired national park workers, but the courts may have to decide whether the president can reverse Biden's decision to protect the California desert.
Daniella, tell me, why is Chuckwalla National Monument so special for this community?
So Chuckwalla was designated as a national monument in Biden's final days of office. So, this was a major win for people there, and it just happened. It covers over 600,000 acres of land. Your caffeine addiction could soon cost you a little bit more. President Trump's tariffs on goods from Mexico, Canada, and China will increase the cost of coffee and tea imported from those countries. Coffee shop owners are bracing for the worst.
We're trying to figure it out. Every day there's something new coming up. It's like, hey, you're going to get this tariff and it's going to start next week. Good luck. It's definitely scary for longevity. As a small business owner, we don't have cash flow that's just like sitting around,
We're just going to have to brace for increasing in costs. And it's, people think that, every single cost is just passed straight on through to the customer. And a lot of it is, but we can't do that immediately.
The National Coffee Association says that the average coffee consumer drinks about 3 cups per day. Matcha green tea, which also has caffeine, has become increasingly popular among Gen Z.
There's some mornings where I'm up late and I'm like, okay, I need a matcha or like a pick-me-up.
I've definitely slowed down because I was drinking it a lot, like probably 5 times a week.
But will students be willing to spend more on their favorite drinks?
I wouldn't. I guess not at Starbucks, at least. If it was at a cafe, maybe for like a strawberry matcha, I'd probably pay up to like $7.
I know that they do it high quality here, so I'm fine with paying that, but anything higher would be a considerable increase, I think.
I might just buy a machine at home, so it could be a bit cheaper, but I'd definitely continue buying.
While the Trump administration isn't targeting coffee and tea specifically, China is the largest exporter of tea in the world, and both Mexico and Canada export the majority of their coffee to the U.S. Eventually, the effects of these tariffs may reach all the way to your morning brew. For Annenberg Media, I'm Daniella Lake.